Okay, so I'm the first speaker of the government or affirmative team on this motion, and for the definition I would like to give is about scholarship and financial necessity. Okay, so for the scholarship itself, it's a budget that given by the government to help students in order to fulfilling their school need, and for financial necessity is a situation where a student have an economic crisis that make it hard for them to live their school life. So for the status quo or why this problem become appear, right? So this motion appear because many students got dropped out from their school because of their economic situation, and this is slowly but surely will decrease the potential from the student onto school. And for the limitation that I would like to give here is the limitation for the scholarship would only apply to help them for their school need, not for any other unnecessary things. And for the thing that I would like to focus and elaborate here is about the nature of scholarship itself, which is the sole reason why the scholarship itself is made in the first place. And then about improving education, which is mean by applying this motion, it will help to give equality distribution to all students in their school. And first of all, I would like to get to my first headline, which is the nature of scholarship. So first of all, we also know why scholarship is made in the first place, right? Scholarship is made to help students who cannot do their work properly without any obstacle, which is the thing that students need to focus is about studying. And as we say on our status quo before, this economy start to become problem for a certain student. So it's natural for us to demand this motion to be applied, because as we say that economy problem to start to become an obstacle for students to reaching their dream in school. And this is how the scholarship could help them in many ways. By giving the scholarship to the student that has economy problem, it will reduce their problem. They don't have to worry about economy problem or financial problem again, right? They can focus about their sole goal in school, which is studying. Because in fact right now we could see a lot of students doing part-time job just to fulfilling their school need. They should have not doing this because it will ruin and stealing their time for studying and to socialize with others. So basically the time that they could use to socialize or to studying got taken from them because they have the burden to fulfill their school need, and this would be immoral for us to let this kind of thing happen, right? And we, as we said before, this is how the scholarship could literally help and properly used. By giving scholarship to them who in need in terms of financial problem, this would be really helpful for them, and this will also improve our human resource. Why? Because as we all know, the new generation right now is the one that will inherit the previous generation role, regardless whatever their position or whatever their talent. So this would be really helpful, and it will be really good to apply this motion because it will help those students who have financial problem to get rid of it, right? And it will be the best resolve for the problem that they are facing all along. So this will not burden them in financial problem, and it will not delay their school progress, and they will manage to overcome their financial problem. This also will improve the school education because it will be equal for the student to study properly, and in the end this will increase our human resource because all of the students could properly studying, right, regardless whatever their position or economic situation. So this will be boosting the student that will graduate from school, and by that they will inherit the knowledge and the experience from school. So it will be really helpful for all of them, right? Because they could use it for their next experience, for their future work, the experience that they got from the school. So in conclusion, on my first headline, it will be really helpful for all of the related person if the motion got applied. Not only resolve the student financial problem, it will also improving the school education, and it will improve the human resource in general. So the student could become a better person in the future. So by all of this advantage, we believe that the nature of scholarship is a worthwhile thing to be considered about. And second of all, I would like to get to my second headline, which is about improving education. So I will elaborate more. What do I mean by improving education and how scholarship could help it, right? So how scholarship would be really helpful to elaborate the education and how it will improve the education itself is, so students have their own dream, right? But not all of them could reach their dream because many problem, and especially the one that we're talking about right now is about the financial problem. Many students got dropped out because they could not fulfill their economy need in school. So by giving those scholarship is the most correct way, because by this it will overcome their financial problem in school, and so that is how it will improve the education itself, because by that those students no need to worry about those financial problem. So this will lead for an equal education in school for those who have economic crisis and for those who is not. So it will be really equal for them to study together in school without any different, right? And that is how we could treat the peak of education itself, because by that it will get rid the problem for those certain student, and with that it also help the student to overcome their problem, which is the financial problem. And there are also a reason why I am telling that it will be improve the education, right? Because there are some problem in school right now, which is there are some people that got accepted into school just because of their money, right? So this will be really unfair, because there are students that could get into school just because of their money, and there are students who got dropped out their school because of their lack of economy. So it literally be unfair, because it get rid to student right to get an equal education, and there are students who got in school just because of their money, who lack in economy will be get rid of this, right? So to get the equal education, we really believe that scholarship should be solely used to help those students who have a financial problem, and for the advantage that we could get if this motion got applied. First of all, scholarship would be used to the most efficient and the most correct way, right? Because it's the reason the scholarship itself is made is to help those students who we need, and right now we could use it to help it the student that has financial problem. And second of all, it will resolve the student financial problem itself. And third, it will improve the education in general, because all of the students got an equal education, whatever their position or regardless their problem that they're facing, right? Second of all, financial is not becoming dangerous to some students, so it will not endanger them to reach their future. And the fifth of all, it will give improvement to the school, to the student, and for the citizen itself. So not only for the student, but for all any other aspect, right? And the deficiency or the loss, if this is not applied, scholarship will have many flaws, because it doesn't use on the most correct or most efficient way. And the second of all, student will gain more problem because they could not overcome their financial problem. And the third of all, education will stuck and will not be improved. And the fourth of all, financial is dangerous to the student, and it will be endanger them in any other aspect also. And the fifth of all, it doesn't benefit the citizen and the school. It's only giving hope for the student, right? So the conclusion, we believe scholarship is the most efficient way to use to get rid the financial problem for some certain student, that will give many benefit to them. So that is why we proudly propose this motion. Thank you.